the start at the end. What was the last scene each of you shot on the film?
My last scene was actually as Grip Hook. I can't say what it was, but yeah, I was Grip Hook on the very last day of filming, and which was great. I remember it, and it was the last day for Dan, Rupert, and Emma as well. So I walked over to see them shoot their last shot, and then it was quite emotional actually. It was strangely emotional, really. But you kind of felt, well, this is actually it. And Dan stood up and said, he said, you know, I don't actually know what I'm going to do now. This is all I've known. You know, this studios and all of you people. So it was pretty emotional.
Evanna?
Well, it was a crowd scene. It was the battle scene at the end where Voldemort, we did it so many times. Were you there for that?
Yeah.
Different result every time?
Yeah, it was different weather every time. It was, you know, 1 minute it was blistering cold and then it was sun. I don't know how that's going to work, but no, it was so nice because I was afraid because on some of the films you're saying last scene, and it's a shot of your hand or something obscure like that. And you're like, this is great, you know. But it was. Yeah, climax.
You went out with a bang.
I had a bang, definitely. Like I didn't have anything to say, but we were there, and it just felt we were part of something really big, and yeah, it was a great scene to end on.
And in terms of sort of the magical sort of universe you're in, what was the most surreal thing? I mean, wand technique or riding brooms. What was the most surreal thing you were asked to sort of do as an actor?
Most of my surreal moments happened in Deathly Hallows Part 2 that I can't tell you about. But yeah, I think, you know, working with a wand and having to be taught a particular technique of how you cast a spell, and, you know, that's more like a choreography than anything. So, you know, all of these details are thought about and are practiced, you know, by the performers in the films. So that was kind of my most surreal moment though was just sitting down at the head table in Part 1, and not Deathly Hallows Part 1, but in Sorcerer's or Philosopher's Stone, depending on where you're from, and just sitting back there and looking to my left and seeing, you know, great actors such as Richard Harrison, Alan Rickman, and Maggie Smith, and sort of being part of that group. Then I think, what is going on? You sort of have an out-of-body experience of looking down at this moment, and that never ceased to kind of amaze me as we went through the films. The great actors that would be kind of introduced to play cameos and things was terrific.
Mine, I'd say riding the Thestral. That was really, really cool. I mean, it's only a torso. It's this big green torso. It doesn't look anything like it does on the film. But you're there and you're like, yeah, okay, we're in this. And then there's someone who knows all about how Thestrals move, and he's like, your foot is in his rib cage, and you're like, oh, sorry, Thestral, you know. So it's all very technical. But yeah, that was really cool.
You sort of represent the fans who, you know, all wanted to get to be part of the film. How different was the reality of it to sort of what you'd expected when you first came on board?
It was more like real life, you know. I didn't realise that I thought everyone working there would just, I don't know, like there's normal people. You know, there's some people like with the Cockney accents. It's funny that these people know these things, because my dad, say, wouldn't have a clue of all the Harry Potter stuff, and it was just cool to see that. But I don't know, I suppose when I came on the set I expected there to be like a perfect replica of Hogwarts, just in a studio, and it was all in different spaces. You know, there was one room here, and then the Dursleys' house. Their house was real, but all the other houses are like practically cardboard. And yeah, it was different. But also the thing I didn't realise was how friendly it was, the atmosphere, and how everyone is like a family, and they feel really happy there. Yeah, so that was nice.